Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a simple tutorial on how to do bruises and a slit throat quickly, so let's begin. Okay, so getting started on the slit throat. So here I'm just using a not sharp spatula and a silicone sculpting material, and I'm just going to spread that out on my neck thinly and blend it out at the edges, and then I'm going to let that dry while I do the other part, because it needs about 5 minutes to dry before you do anything with it. Okay, next I'm taking the edge of the spatula, again it's not sharp, and I'm just going to kind of make an indentation in the middle of my line I put there, just so I have a little well to put my blood inside. Now let's make some bruises. So I just have a little color wheel here by Ben Nye, and I'm going to start with the red, and I'm using my fingers and putting this on top of cream foundation. I don't have any powder or anything like that because it's going to make it harder to blend, and also you don't want your skin to be completely dry because again that'll make it harder to blend. If you're doing this on a male and you don't want to put on foundation, you can just put on moisturizer. So as you can see here, I'm just blending together. I'm using red and blue, and I'm alternating. On each finger I have one of the two colors, and I'm slowly putting on just a little bit at a time and blending it out. Then I'm going to go in and add in a little bit of green because I think green makes it look slightly more realistic. I'm trying to make these look like newer bruises, so I'm not going to do a ton of green. I'm going to mainly focus on red and blue. If you want them to look like older bruises or fading bruises, you're also going to want to add in yellow, and you're not going to want it to be as red. Now make sure to use your finger or a sponge to blend out the edges. You don't want the bruise to be in really a perfect shape. You want it to kind of fade away at the edges of it so that it blends into your skin a little better, and it'll just make it look more realistic. And as you can see, I'm just going to repeat this process a couple more times to give myself a bruise up on my cheek, and then I'm also going to give myself kind of a black eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of translucent powder, and I'm just going to dust that over the silicone because sometimes it can be a bit shiny. And now I'm going back in with my spatula, and I'm messing up the silicone just a little bit because I want it to look more like ragged skin, so that it can look more realistic and like the skin has been displaced. Then I have a thick blood mixture here that I'm going to go in. You can make your own. This one I bought, but it's easy to make at home. If you check out my zombie video, I make some blood. You can make it thicker if you want to by using some gelatin. And I'm just going to use my little spatula and fill it in all along that little ridge that I made in the middle there. Since I'm using a thicker blood, it's going to kind of look like the blood has clotted a little bit, coagulated or whatever. So it's gonna make it look like it's been slightly older. If you want it to look like a freshly slit throat, you can use a thinner blood, and that's gonna make it drip a little more, and obviously it'll make it look more recent. You can also use a combination of the two, and that'll look really nice and realistic. And I'm just going through and messing up the blood a little bit just so it doesn't look quite so perfect, and just life isn't perfect. It doesn't look natural if it's completely perfect. And of course I decided there needed to be a few more bruises because I thought the neck looked too perfect, so I just added a couple bruises on the side of the neck to be like fingerprints or something like that. Just some small bruises the same way I did the ones on the face. So there you go, a quick and easy tutorial on how to do some bruises as well as a slit throat. I hope you enjoy this for Halloween or the next occasion that you need this for. So bye guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in my next video.